my very late Love Island debrief, but I'm finally up to date. And honestly, we need to know who is this person that Dejan is owing money to, because I want to beg them. I want to go on my hands and knees. I want to beg them, because you have put us through so much torment and emotional abuse. You need to pay for my therapy, you loan shark. You need to pay for it, because if not for you, we would not have to be subject to the abuse that we have witnessed on Love Island. You're not doing the Lord's work, you're doing the enemy's work. Anyway, let's talk about Love Island. So it started off with the rest of the talent show, and it was Connor and Megan. Megan, she was doing way too much, but Connor, he may have ate with that. Just a small, he nibbled, okay? He nibbled. But you know what? I think with some extra coaching, he could be a fantastic singer. Then Jamie did this beautiful motivational speech. He's the perfect man. Jamie is the perfect man. I can't fault him. Sorry. Harry, why did he look strangely hot in his clown suit? I think it's the mullet and the stash combination. Like, that's definitely my favorite combination. It was, oh, my vein is looking good. I think that's my cephalic vein, yeah, or my brachial vein, whichever one. You're looking good. Anyway, I'm like, damn, Harry. The Shakira effect. Fantastic. Then Princess Shakira came in doing her singing. I was like, yes, queen. Meg was there giving nasty still. And then Angel was even darting looks at Meg. And I'm thinking, yeah. Mean Girls. Tony came through and yes, Tony. Wherever you're serving, I want to be there. She's just so fun. I like her. And then it was so funny because they got the text to like predict. Oh, not predict, sorry. They got the text to say who the winners were, and they gave it to Helena. And then Dejan was just like, oh, when we got that text, he got scared, innit? And then the producer said, clock that. And they gave the other text to be like, Blue and Helena were gone. And it was so funny that they made Meg read out Helena's name. Ha! Love that. Bye, Helena. Bye, Blue. So happy to see you gone. Mr. I ain't fucking leaving. You've left twice. How do you feel about that? You left twice. That's a bit peak. And then obviously they were asking like Shakira how she feels about Helena going, and Shakira was just like, oh, you know, like she feels bad, but it is like a weight over her shoulder, because now she doesn't have to be so considerate of Helena's feelings being there. But you see the difference between Helena and Shakira. They were both in the same position and they handled things so differently. Helena was so smug about it, couldn't wait to rub it in Shakira's face. Shakira, she was like, nah, I know how this feels, like I'm gonna be mindful, cute, love it. And then I'm not buying Angel and Ty. Whatever you lot are selling, I'm not buying it. So we had the baby challenge, and like he asked her to be exclusive, which I just think is pointless. But anyway, I'm not buying it. I believe Ty is 100% in it. He is in it. But Angel, I can't trust you as far as I can throw you. Nope. And then obviously with the baby and baby Zion, you know when they were burping the baby or whatever, and then I'm so sorry when Meg was like, so the baby burped and she's like, oh, I told you he was constipated. Do we know the holes, babes? Do we know the holes? Do we know the... And then Shakira was turning her baby into a baddie, doing eyebrows on the baby or whatever, and that's when I realised how self-absorbed Harry was, because he was like preening himself. He took his sunglasses off to check himself out and be like, oh, she doesn't have my eyebrows, and he was just like smizing. And that man is so in love with himself, and I fear the mullet and the stash isn't helping, because it's just increasing his confidence and his hotness level. I don't trust this man when he's outside. Shakira, run. I want you to win, but I want you to run, because he's no. And then obviously we had the game that caused problems. The cracks were really showing, and yeah, it was great. So obviously it was the love language question that just peed Dejan off. That just vexed him. He kept bringing it up, even to the point that Harry was like, fam, rest. Why are you still talking about this same thing? We've moved on. We're like 3 questions down and you're still talking about the love language. Now you're saying, oh, she lied to me. Shut up, Dejan. I just loved how Shakira and Harry knew each other so well. Like the whole behaviour transplant thing, I said, yeah. You guys are great. And you see when Emma had said that, Dejan, you need to stop with these speeches because they sound disingenuous. Yes, she was right. She ate with that. She was right. Because every single time, oh, her eyes, I look into them all the time and they are so nice. I really like her eyes. Oh, family values because we like... Shut up. We're not buying it. We're not buying it. You're working hard for this loan shark money, but we're not buying it. God, I need a refund. And then I found it really funny when obviously he spelt acts of service, or he spelt Caribbean wrong. He spelt it wrong. And Megan clocked him and was like, oh, Dejan didn't spell it right, no? Anyone see the face drop? He couldn't believe, like, wow, I'm not this amazing person who I think I am in my head because I'm a narcissist. No. And that's the thing with narcissists. They have this self-absorbed, self-inflated sense of self, but their ego is so fragile. So any little thing that breaks this thing that they have in their head, it just destroys them. He's so insecure, and that's exactly what it is. And then the favorite bit with who would your couple up with if you weren't there? And Meg was like, oh, well, you know, because she's the newest person, I'm thinking Angel. And he was just like, nah, it's Yaz. Even the way he was so cold with the delivery, I was like, wow, like you're actually trying to, not only are you stabbing her, you're twisting the knife inside of her. And then obviously everyone can tell that she's upset. So Megan touches her, then Angel touches her, and the way she pushed Angel off, I said, wow, Angel, you better run, sweetie. That's not your friend. And then, what's the name? Jamie and Yaz were talking. Obviously, I completely get where Jamie's coming from, because it's like, you talk about Dejan, so negatively, constantly, but you're telling me if I wasn't here, you'd couple up with him. That's kind of crazy. Like, I also get that with her, they had this romantic thing going on, but, you know. Then Meg and Dejan have the chat, and he's like, how you doing, baby girl? Obviously, he knew she was upset, but he wants to play it off like everything's fine. And he's like, there's cameras around. You're acting up for the cameras. There's cameras. You're going to make me look bad. Both of them actually equally care about perception, because she was like, oh, why would you go and pick them? They're always on to me. I'm always getting heat from them. It's literally the fact that it was like, she's afraid of how now their relationship is going to be perceived by Shakira, Yaz, and Tony. And Dejan, is scared about how the audience are going to see him. They both equally care about perception. They just care about perception of different things. But they're just crazy. And the wording he chooses, he's like, I can't believe you're doing this. You're trying to make me look... Like, the way he flips it on her, and he's like, oh, we need to just communicate. But what are you lot doing? You're talking. You're the one that's shutting it down. Like, I don't understand. He's trying to gaslight the audience, because we can see what Meg's doing, and she's speaking to you, telling you how she feels, and you're there saying, oh, she needs to communicate. That's what she's doing. And then when you're tired of hearing what she's trying to say, or actually you're not even listening to what she's trying to say, you just shut the conversation down. He said, oh yeah, let's stop this. Because you're making me look bad, let's stop this. It's because he knows he's going to say a madness, and he's scared about what he's going to say, because he's like, oh, if I say something crazy, that's when the audience will really see who I am. And that's why he shuts it down, because he knows he's going to say, his mouth will be the death of him. He's a bad guy. Crazy. And then obviously Tony, Shakira and Yaz were talking, and then Yaz was obviously saying that Jamie's pissed off. And then they were all surprised that he picked Yasmin. They all thought he was going to pick Angel, and that's how you know it was all part of the game plan, because now he's realised that Meg is not the one I should be with. With Meg, I'm not getting that 50k, and now he's panicking. But from the Sun article, someone's leaving, and it's going to be an OG couple, and I think it's going to be Dejan and Meg. Let's manifest it, let's pray about it, let it be them. But I find that, anyway, tonight's Love Island will be great to watch.